Okay, guys. Okay, this is funny. I saw this yesterday and was gonna do a video on it. I'm glad I waited. So, Neil Cuckman. Neil Cuckman is back. Okay, guys, and he's up to his stupid shit again. Um, like most soy boys, it's completely backfired on him. So we're going to be talking here about Neil Druckmann's tweet. Don't ask me how I got this Neil Druckmann. Just understand, I know people who can get shit, who can get everything you deleted and make it reappear in an instant. To quote, I believe it's Doctor Fate from DC. That which has been made cannot be unmade. You need to remember that about what you put on the internet, Cuckman. But anyway, so what's going on is the last couple of days, I believe this week is I think it's like the Golden Joystick Awards or the some sort of gaming awards going on. It's supposed to be fairly big. I don't care about gaming awards. I care about whether the game is playable. I listen to players. I don't listen to critics or the gaming awards. But this time I actually took notice because this year is Neil Cuckman's Angry Tranny versus Angry Lesbian game is going up against the hyper masculine, swole, very hung, and having difficulty walking. Their testicles are so large. Ghost of Tsushima. Okay? Ghost of Tsushima has gotten a lot of flack, and it is still done good. This is the game that when it came out, it did what Last of Us was supposed to do. And I showed this off in a video before where I went to Walmart's and was taking pictures of the cabinets. And you can see just stacks upon stacks of Last of Us Part 2. They're actually putting Last of Us Part 2 games on top of the stack. It was so full. It was getting its ass kicked by a game by GTA 5, a game that's been out now for 7 years. And this was supposed to be the next gen. Last of Us Part 2 is supposed to be the next generational game. And unfortunately, Angry Lesbian, Angry Tranny couldn't outsell SpongeBob or NASCAR. NASCAR, the game. Think about that for a moment. The number one rule in gaming is if you get in the hobby is any video game that has the game in it, it's not worth buying. You shouldn't buy it. But NASCAR the game was selling better than The Last of Us Part 2. That's how bad this has become. Well, now they've gotten into it. They're on the Gaming Awards. So what's Neil Druckmann do? When everyone else is out there, when Sucker Punch and all these other companies that have been out there working, they're out there, they're doing the smart thing. They're congratulating their fans. They're thanking them for being there. They're thanking the awards for the opportunity to be out there in the open with everyone. Sucker Punch, I believe, was sitting out there saying, we're happy. We're up here. Our humble little game is competing with gods. They were superbly humble about it. What's Neil Druckmann do with his opportunity to do this? He puts out a tweet, which, mind you, he's deleted this now. That's how bad this got. Last of Us fans, activate. Now let me read this better.
Last of Us 2 fans, activate. As a bonus, for every vote you cast for The Last of Us Part 2, a hater loses their caps lock. Kiss your face.
Yeah. So basically, he's calling anyone who doesn't like his game haters. You hate The Last of Us Part 2. You hate lesbians. You hate trannies. That's how this works. That's one of the reasons why you see a lot of gay, transsexual people in stuff nowadays. The old hashtag back in Gamergate, hashtag not your shield. That's why it was invented. Was because people would go in there, they would say, "Oh, well, we don't like these angry gamers. We need to change it because they're not being nice. We're fighting for the gays and the lesbians and the trans people." And the gay and lesbian and tranny gamers came out and said, "No, we're not your shield. If you're going to sit out here and piss off gamers, you're going to do it on your own time. Don't you drag us in the middle of it." Which, I mean, gamers, man, they'll tell you what they think. They're honest people. You should hire them. But anyway, he ends up deleting this tweet. And honestly, this is what the purpose of it is. Neil Druckmann's out there trying to whip up his base to go out there and vote. And so he can shift the vote. We've had so much election fraud this year. It's even broken down into gaming awards. I mean, for fuck's sakes, folks. Oh man. Oh boy, this has been one hell of a year, 2020, hasn't it? I'm just waiting for the zombie apocalypse to happen because after that, I'm getting a jacked up Mustang. I'm gonna load 250 cals on top of it and call myself the king, the original king of rock and roll, and you guys can, you can ride behind me if you want. We accept everybody. You just got to be able to lift a gun and drive a car. That's all we need. We're the sons and daughters of metal. We'll go by that point. You can pick, and for everyone out there that's like, well, what about the lesbian? Just pick a category, okay? You're going to be a son or a daughter somewhere. You just pick a category. If you're a chick and you want to be a son, go for it. Okay, if you're a dude and you want to be a daughter, go for it. I don't care. I don't give a fuck who you fuck as long as it's consensual. So that being said, what happens to Neil Druckmann here? Let's see if I can get to this. Oh, I can't. How did that go down, Neil? If my phone will load it up. Here we go. Get target off there. How do I get that off? That off too. Get off. No, I don't want an ad. Why is there an ad on here? Oh well, here we go. Ghost of Tsushima wins Player's Voice Award at Game Awards. What is this guy? Dear Lord, what is this ad? This wasn't here when I first got on here. Oh well, let's keep going on. Today, Sucker Punch's Ghost of Tsushima was crowned the winner of the Player's Voice Awards at the Game Awards. Now, this is the important part. This is particularly relevant considering that this award is entirely fan-voted. Meaning that the Player's Voice Award, there are no critics involved. There's no cancel button. Finally got that. There is no blue check mark. There's no approved critic. There's no approved voting block. There's no judges panel of filtered people who are going to give you their biased opinion of whatever the leftist corporation wants to give to you. These are the people who go out there and buy the game and simply play it. And I suppose that people saw Neil Druckmann's little tweet of, go out there and vote for Last of Us Part 2 because it hurts the haters out there. Well, apparently the people, mind you, the people chose a champion. And the Ghost of Tsushima, as The Rock would say, is the people's champion! Because they got out there and they pushed it up to the top. And this is interesting because these other awards on here, I don't really expect Ghost of Tsushima to take any more awards because of what they say here. While the rest of the awards weigh the critics' opinion for 90% of the results, the fans only for 10% of the outcome. My question is why? Why do you need a bunch of critics in the modern era of internet? Okay, we have the internet. We've had it for a long time. Everybody can get on it. Your grandma can now get on it. Your grandma can now get online and play video games. Now, I'm not talking phone games like Candy Crush. I'm talking she can get online and play COD if she wants to. That's how easily and accessible the internet has become. Even someone who's cybernetically illiterate as I am can get onto the internet. Why in the world are you still looking at these critics who 90% of them probably, I'm willing to bet almost all of them don't play games. Unless these are like pro streamers or something like that, I don't believe that they've ever played a game in their life. If you ever listen to game journos, they're sitting up there going, this game's too long. This game's too hard. This game needs an easy mode. This game needs a soy cuck mode or a dickless mode because I can't handle getting my ass kicked. Basically, you want a mode where you've got invincibility and unlimited ammo in Doom. Okay? That's what this is. Baby mode. Where you can't do anything. That's probably the 90% that's talking about this. But I think it's hilarious here that, Neil Druckmann basically went in and tried to steal an election, and gamers said, nah, we dealt with that shit once before, you're not doing it again. We dealt with this with Biden, now we're going to shut you down. So Ghost of Tsushima, folks, has won the Player's Voice Award, which in my opinion is probably the only award worth winning at an award when the people come in and voice. Because it puts the entire gaming companies on blast right now. Because they're probably sitting back there listening to these soy cucks like Neil Druckmann saying, "Oh, we need more wokeism. We need more communism and socialism and all of our, critical race theory in video games." These are the people that think video games should not be fun. They should be like all entertainment. They think entertainment should be a form of propaganda, educating you on how to think like them, not to think better, to think like them, because they can't handle a difference of opinion. This here is a big wake up call to all these companies. That shit doesn't sell. It doesn't sell. It's not going to make you money. It'll make these worthless critics happy, which are a minority. But the vast majority of your audience, they don't care about politics. They want a good story, decent gameplay, and good graphics. Okay, Ghost of Tsushima runs all of them. In my opinion, Ghost of Tsushima should win the entire awards, hands down. It has great graphics on a PS4 system, mind you. I got it for the only place I could get it was PS4, and PS4 for its low-grade graphics today in the era of PS5 and my ultra high-speed computer that I've currently got. For Christmas, thank my wife. I love that thing. I'm now trying to figure out how the video editing software works on it. So once I figure that out, to where I'm not making really weird stuff all the time, because there'll be a period where I'm going to be messing with this. I'm going to make some really weird stuff. I got to figure out what all the buttons and stuff does. Then I'll put out some probably better quality videos. But, it's a big but. But you have Ghost of Tsushima that, honestly, if I were to have that game on PC, it would be like Morty standing on True Level. I would just sit there and moan the entire time in front of my computer. Oh, the graphics! Oh, this is so great! Yeah, that's how much better Ghost of Tsushima is than The Last of Us Part. Last of Us Part 2, I could care less about. I like I said, I told a friend of mine. He ended up asking me to spoil it for him because he was freaking out over everything that was being said. Because I had read the spoilers, he had not. I had no skin in the game. And finally, I ruined it for him, and he goes, "They killed Joel." And back then, it got worse, because when I told him how they killed Joel, it was, Joel's going to die heroically. And he said, I might still get it, even though Joel dies heroically, but I don't know about the big tranny chick that's going to be in there. And I don't like the idea I'm going to play as the woman that killed Joel. Or caused him to die. Because originally the idea was, Joel's going to get into a fight with a whole bunch of these people, and he's going to go down fighting. He's going to kill several of them, and it's going to be basically the scene of, what is it? It's like Gandalf when he drops off the cliff. He looks over and Abby go, "Fly, you fool!" Drop off the cliff and go fight the Balrog all the way to the ground until he dies. Basically, they're both going to die in the process. That's not what happened in the game. And when he saw the spoilers, my buddy, he sees the spoilers, he was like, "Dude, I'm not buying this game. I'll never buy Naughty Dog again." After what they've done, they literally lost a customer. I guarantee you lose way more customers when you give into wokeism. But hey, you know what? Ninjas are still popular when done properly. Okay, folks, that's what you should take away from this. Anyway, I'm the Last Raider, folks. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me explain something. When my videos get comments on them, not only do I like y'all's comments, I may not get to them because when I don't do just YouTube. I'm not big on YouTube. I'm not gonna sit there. I'm not saying that to be an ass about it. I'm just saying I'm not big. I have to work like another job. Someone the other day got onto my channel and they said, "Oh, I'm sorry if I made you mad. You didn't make me mad. I was hanging off the side of a house at the time. I couldn't get to my phone." I got down off there. It's like, oh damn, I need to talk to this guy. I don't want him to think I'm pissed at him. So I mean, that was my thing. I work a job. If I don't get to your tweet, if I don't get to your comment, I will get to it eventually because I try to answer as many of them as possible. But y'all's comments really do help my channel out. Okay, whenever I get over like 10 comments on any video, and they're not comments from me, they're mostly comments from the fans, the video is automatically going to it's automatically going to be seen by like 20 or 30 people. And I like that. I do like having a higher viewership. It's not important, but it is a nice thing for me. And it does help the channel because it bumps me up in the algorithm a little bit more. So if y'all have some say, but if y'all just want to get on there and say, fuck Naughty Dog, or you want to say, all hail to Ghost of Tsushima, the people's champion, go for it. I don't care. My comments are there for you guys to voice your opinions no matter how bad they are. I don't care how toxic they are in the comments. Y'all, if y'all want to voice your hatred for Ghost of Tsushima, by all means, be as vitriolic and toxic as you want. I don't care, okay? I am a free speech absolutist, so go right ahead. Anyway, like I said, give me some comments. That helps out. Also, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. I put these videos out as often as I can. And as always, folks, stay safe, stay frosty. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye now.